Het leek aanvankelijk zo onschuldig. Een Deense krant plaatste cartoons met een hoofdrol voor de profeet Mohammed. En veel gebeurde er ook niet, totdat Deense imams de prenten in het Midden-Oosten lieten zien. De crisis die volgde werd door de Deense premier betiteld als de grootste internationale crisis waar Denemarken sinds de Tweede Wereldoorlog mee te maken had gehad. Een Pakistaanse imam wilde degene die de tekenaars zou vermoorden belonen met $1 miljoen. Er waren rellen, een boycot en voor de tekenaars volgde intensieve beveiliging. En dat is er nog altijd, vertelt Koert Westergaard, die de beruchte Mohammed-cartoon tekende. 1 keer eerder was hij op de Deense tv te zien, maar nu, bijna een jaar later, wil hij aan Nova wel eens het hele verhaal vertellen. En een paar van de cartoons laten zien die na de rellen niet meer gepubliceerd konden worden. De reportage is van Marcel Helmank.
It is called the cartoon of mass destruction. That's a little scaring, I think.
As Rambo said, who is responsible for the first blood? It's not us. Definitely not us.
I wouldn't dream of apologizing on behalf of a private newspaper.
Februari dit jaar. 1 spotprint stond symbool voor alle haat. Hij werd gemaakt door de Deense cartoonist Koert Westergaard.
I'm 71, and at that age you are not so afraid anymore.
But weren't you scared perhaps for your family, your children, your...
Well, it made impression that parents in my wife's kindergarten, where she is a principal, asked her, do you think it is safe now to send our children in this kindergarten? That made an impression. And she was very scared.
Insecurity is a chronic disease. The whole world, forget about USA, is talking too much about security.
Yeah, but don't you feel a little bit responsible what happened to him?
No. Mr.
Don't you feel sorry for him?
I feel sorry indeed.
Why?
Because I like, the religion is the message of mercy and peace for everybody.
Of course, there were death threats from the Middle East and from Muslim countries in Asia.
Did they send them to you?
No.
How did they do this?
They did send them to me.
They sent them to the paper? Or?
Yes, there was some mails to the paper, and the paper was evacuated 2 times because of a bomb threat.
The threat, the culture of threat, that unfortunately in many minds are linked to the concept of Islam. Unfortunately. And in Denmark we were threatened, our exports were threatened, and some private organizations thought that the government should apologize, but we did not apologize.
Westergaard maakte de cartoon al een half jaar voor de commotie erom ontstond, voor zijn krant de Jylland-Posten. Sinds februari tot nu toe wordt hij streng beveiligd.
This is the famous one, and this is in a very private version which will never be published, I suppose. The caption is down here, death threats, and there is a cartoonist sitting, perhaps it's me, and his caption is, okay, there's always the risk that your work is taken serious. I wanted to show with my cartoon that the terrorists, they use Islam as their spiritual ammunition. That was my intention. And I think I have done it very precisely.
Sommige Deense imams stoorden zich al langer aan spotprenten over hun profeet Mohammed. Zo ook Ahmed Akari. We spraken hem in februari.
Why is this one offensive to you?
Because it is making Mohammed so simple, so foolish. A foolish man, a little bit psychotic way. Going with this donkey, you don't know where he's going to. Look at this one, with one eye.
Yeah, tell me why this one is offensive.
Because it is showing a half moon, Islam symbol, some Turkish attitude, and this one eye, like these people on the what are they called on the sea.
It was offensive because we never expected in this nice and peaceful country that anybody would dare or ever thought to come to that limit.
It was in a way a test, and I'm quite sure that this clash between the Danish democracy and Islam would have come sooner or later. Perhaps it might have been a book, a movie, or something else.
And now it was your cartoon.
Yes.
How did you feel about this, that you were the center of all this violence, provocation, debate? How did it feel?
Well, I suddenly got very great respect for my little profession.
Allahu Akbar.
Als de Deense regering niets met hun klachten doet, reizen enkele imams naar het Midden-Oosten om daar de spotprenten te tonen.
They were actually shocked about it, saying, we are living in a world with terrorism. When you link Mohammed to terrorism, you have nothing more to say about Muslims.
We were in need of support, somebody to help not to put oil on the flame.
Abu Laban and Mr. Akari, they went to the Middle East to show the pictures, just to try to explain.
Yes, they brought a whole book of pictures, some of them false. And we all saw that when the foreign ministers had their meeting, they sat with this book and turned pages in it. So obviously, the whole crisis was created by Danish imams.
This made also a very strong impression. But I don't think that I or the other cartoonists or the newspaper can take any responsibility. I think that these riots were staged by regimes who wanted to convert their population's attention from miserable conditions of living.
You perhaps could have known, when you showed the pictures in the Middle East, what could follow. Protest, violence, burning of flags. You could have known.
Let's say we have been naive. Let's say we have been naive, thinking that these visits could clear things up and not make them worse.
So he realized that he was naive and that he did a lot of harm. And I think I think everybody else agrees with him, which is why he's not a leader anymore.
I was very harsh in my criticism to the typical Islamic leadership. I told them, you have left us in the open. You didn't make your job. You never communicate. You never raise the point in intellectual depth.
So you criticized the Islam people in the Middle East?
Yes, leadership, Islamic leadership, yes, I did that, yes.
Did Denmark change because of the cartoon crisis?
I think a little bit, yes.
In what way?
We lost a bit of our naivety. Danes are rather naive. We're used to being these 5 million people who were just taking care of our own back garden. And all of a sudden we became international. We have this special sense of humor in Denmark with the irony and the sarcasm. We're used to it here. And all of a sudden it didn't work worldwide, so that became a problem for us. So some of our national sense of humor has been a little damaged, yes.
Is there still the same freedom of expression in Denmark?
No, a little more limited, I think.
These cartoons that were published, would it still be possible to publish them?
I think so, yes. But I think people are more they think more about what to say and why and how to do it.
This is a bomb under a burqa?
Yes. A pregnant woman, and the pregnancy is the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And
when did you make this one?
I made it, I think it was in September.
This year?
Yeah, this year, yes. And the editor, he said, well, I have a feeling in my stomach which says that this is not so good. This was not accepted. It's the Quran.
With a bomb in it?
Yes, and this one was also rejected. This is a bomb. This is not Mohammed. But, yes, who do you think it is?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
In Denemarken zelf braken geen rellen uit tijdens de cartooncrisis. Ook in multiculturele buurten bleef het rustig.
Not all Muslims are Al-Qaeda.
You say most Muslims are not like this.
That's right. Exactly. But I think if press in Denmark respect Muslims, I think all Muslims respect press or all Danish people.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
My advice to him and others, that is to make cartoons of Abu Laban. Put a bomb in his beard and in his hair, etc. I mean, that would insult no one. So it's easy to make cartoons. You don't have to make cartoons of the Prophet.
Good idea. Excellent. And we used to tell them, do it with us. We shall smile and we take it with a sense of humor and with democratic spirit, but keep our Prophet in peace. Don't touch him.
Yes, okay. I can use it as an idea later on, perhaps. But
not for now.
Not for now.
It's too dangerous, too explosive?
Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is, yes.